Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to day 3 of the Winter Championships presented by Major League Gaming. We are at the winners bracket semifinals, and we have Instinct taking on Dynasty.
Yes, Instinct once again up on the main stage. Everyone wants to see them. We had a great match from them against Ambush. And I have a floor update for you real quick. Shady Halo Kids beat BTH 3-2. They were actually down 2-0. And they came back in that series and ended up winning Game 5, 50-27 on Countdown.
A slapping, if you will. And that's going to be the second matchup coming up after this. But right now, Dave, game number 1, capture the flag on the pit. Instinct taking on
Dynasty.
This Dynasty squad, thank you.
Yes,
John
and I got
Blue
to watch these guys land all last weekend. And first off, Dynasty was getting annihilated early on the land. But came down tournament day, they had some money on the line at the land, and they went to close game 11. And so, like I said, we have a really close match coming up on our hands. When you see the pressures on the line, Dynasty does show up to play.
So with that said, Dave, what can we expect here? I mean, these teams have land together. Do you think that's going to come into play? Do you think they're going to change their strategies up a little bit?
It's going to play a huge factor. They both know each other's starting strats. You could definitely see some switches. And we're going to start off with Ogre 2 here on CTF Pit.
Fantastic choice. He's been dominating this weekend, by the way, Dave. Does that surprise you at all?
Doesn't surprise me, but he has been playing much better than I expected. I mean, you hear so much about his teammates that when he starts the performance, it's like, wow, like, you know he's great, but when he starts hitting some of those amazing snipes, going positive 12 in Game 5s, it's just more than you could ever hope for.
Yeah, it's as if he's early 20s again. Oh, Ogre 2. He's getting old, but he's still dominant. It's incredible. But nonetheless, here we go. Yeah, that old guy. 3 members down for Instinct. On the opposite side, 3 members alive for Dynasty here. They do have the sniper in the hands of Lethal. Tizoxic does have these rockets. And that's kind of my story here is Tizoxic for this team. I think in order for them to beat Instinct, Tizoxic has to be playing well.
He can be such a streaky player. And I want to just point out that Roy, he gets on top of his turret with Sniper off the bat, and whenever they get the chance, they move over to Mauler. They realize Green and Hall is the power position on this map on CTF. They do not want to let them get through their Mauler because they feel like that's the only way that teams can effectively turn that into caps. Because you rarely see someone ever run under bridge. It does happen, but I would say 9 out of 10 times flag caps go through Green or hallway.
Now, my question for you, Dave, is why do they play so passive off the beginning on this capture the flag on the pit?
They don't want to risk losing their power-ups. I've said before that Instinct, they'd like to be very passive with it. This is even kind of a little weird seeing coming out from Roy, like pushing up this far, especially with having 5 bullets in a snipe. If he gets caught off guard here and loses this, that's going to be a big mistake for Instinct.
Well, nonetheless, we have 2 members alive for Dynasty. Down goes Dursky. Destin is the only one, and he is just trying to pinpoint Roy here. Roy's going to be able to dodge some nades, and now he's going to be moving into the Mauler. His teammates are coming to support him. We have Ogre 2 just pushing through the empty, and then you have Lunch and Pistola pushing through, and now Roy's going to be able to connect with that double kill. And now Lethal will be picking up that sniper. 2 members alive for Dynasty here, but this is just not looking good. Lethal is just getting overrun. 2 members alive for Instinct, and God, what a nice double kill there by Pistola.
One thing I've noticed that I suck with commentating is whenever a great play happens, I just get in the moment. I'm like,
that's
oh,
good. No, that's
damn.
great casting, man.
Like, I'm not,
oh, snap, son.
I am worthless when it comes to that. I'm just drown out whatever useful information I could give, and I just get into fanboy mode.
Hey, no, that's exactly what we're looking for. Exactly what we're looking for. Lunchbox having the sniper here. Now, Lunchbox isn't really known for his sniper, but he does do a good job with it.
Yes, and once again, Instinct. They pushed up a little further with Snipe. They do like to go up to training to try to pick off that top turret, but as you see, he had a big opportunity to possibly lose his sniper right up there. And if he had been on top turret, been at his Mauler, these would have been easy picks for those guys coming through Green Hall.
Ooh, Dursky heating up with the sniper. He got a double kill. He's looking for the triple kill. And Lunchbox, sneaky play. He was almost at the Walshy spot. Another trademark coin term by
that was coined by Carbon when we land against them. This is early Halo 3, and I just
after I got kicked off just to set that right.
No bitter feelings though, huh?
Oh, you know how it is.
And we see the flag going through Hall. Like I said, that always going through Green Hall the majority of the time. And that was set up by Instinct losing their Green Hall. So they need to be more careful about not letting that go next time.
And notice how Dursky did not escort that flag back at all. He just kind of stayed over on the Instinct side of the base. So in case they do get a couple slays, they can get another quick pull in that situation.
Yep, and he knew that they had it secure. If he had been scared that, all right, there's 2 or 3 members pushed through on my side, he would probably have pushed back. But he realized as long as he takes attention away from the other team, as long as he keeps a couple of them occupied, he is doing his job, and he relies on his teammates to cover the flag.
Now keep in mind, for those of you who are not familiar with Dursky, he was on Team Warriors, who got second at the 2011 National Championship, and then 14 days before the event, that team switch happened, and now this is how he ended up on Dynasty. But he seems to be a good fit here. He's got a good head on his shoulders.
Dursky just seems to make whatever team he goes on better. I don't know how to explain it, and I can almost see it from his attitude. He just always wants to get better. He talks to his team, tries to figure out what's going wrong, and he fills in whatever role he has to. Right now, he's doing a good job supporting this flag guy. You saw earlier him just going off with a sniper, and you can always see him just even run the OBJ when he needs to. He does absolutely everything, and he's very selfless and just knows how to play the game.
Well, they're doing a good job at blocking these spawns. Keep in mind, capture the flag on the pit. It is the first of 5 caps. In case you're a Halo 3 fan, it is not 3 here because the map's a little bit smaller. We may see that change now since Sprint is taken out.
I don't know. I'm not. Yeah, I'm ambivalent on that. I mean, you see some games that only go to like 1 to 2 caps, like we saw earlier, Game 1, Ambush versus Instinct. But you also see some teams that are super aggressive that get double caps right away, and you end up needing to go to 5 caps. So at the moment, I don't see 5 caps needing to be changed to 3 at the moment. So.
All right, well, you know, that's why I ask you these questions. Roy, this is the spot where he was able to put his team into the lead, or tie up the lead against Ambush. Oh, and he is actually going to be taken down here. Lethal's going to be able to pick up that kill. We have 3 members pushing over on the sword side. Tizox is going to throw this nade, and Pistola with a great flag route there. He does not run it straight across the plat. Instead, he is just going to throw it in, wait for his shield.
He might not get this.
And he missed the flag, but he is able to put it in.
A choke on both their parts. If he had gotten finished off there, that would have been a huge mistake. And obviously, whoever was on Dynasty shooting him missed a couple shots and didn't take advantage of Pistola's mistake. The one big thing you see these teams doing when running this flag is if they have a sniper on their other team's side and they're in needle pit, it's such a strong position because not only can you pick off turret, not only can you wall glitch people by just barely peeking out your head. Like Dursky right now, he just stays on the side. And this is one of the situations I was talking about. He's going to push back with his flag because he does not know if it's secure. Such a smart play on Dursky's part. Even though he wasn't needed there, he just realized, you know, they might need me. And we're going to see if he's going to be able to get these rockets. No, he only had a bullet there, so it was a risky play, but you have to go for those rockets, especially when you're the only one there.
Well, that is going to be all 4 members alive for Instinct. Roy pushing in through the Mauler. He has to be careful. Wasting a rocket there. Little predictor rocket, not the worst situation here. Pistola pushing in. He's going to be cleaned up.
It was either Tizoxic or Lethal that was just sitting there on the flag box. Good positioning forces people to, you know, take riskier shots, try those rockets, and great position all around. And Dursky must assume that he had a rocket left, so he jumped out and played it like that, but he must know now that they have no more rockets and they clear out Roy out of the flag.
So that's going to be 3 members down there for Instinct as Tizox is going to pick up a double kill. Lethal has picked up that sniper. They are actually spawning on the plateau, so Lethal will be given this overshield, and now he's going to make his way up the training and look to rip off a couple of faces here.
And this is a situation that I would have loved to see them give Dursky sniper again. It seems like Lethal's doing just fine with it, but at the same time, if you have a player on your team who's just on fire, like I saw Dursky hit some great shots there, covering perfectly, they should just give it to him.
Gotcha. Well, Lethal just lining it up. Meanwhile, Dursky's going to be running this flag through. Dursky, just jack of all trades so far in this game 1. Running flags, ripping faces, communicating. You know, he does it all.
Yes,
and now
it just shows his versatility. Like
Lethal's actually kind of like a distraction there in that situation. He's kind of wasting bullets. Is that a good play? Just kind of caught in the moment.
Ideally, it's easy to say since we have this overhead view and knowing how to play the situation, but in a perfect world, he would have backed away towards green, tried to get back over towards needle pit with that, because once you get in training, you're kind of in a death situation. If you get a chance to get out of there, like moving to go towards green, you need to do that. So he just felt like he was probably committed too far at that point, probably did not know where all the Instinct members were, and just felt like he could just fight out as long as he could there.
Dursky now going to be pushing in through the green hall. Tizoxic's on Sword Bridge, and the Lethal is on the training. Dursky taking heavy fire. He is going to back up wisely. 2 members are down for Instinct. As Roy's going to be coming off the respawn, he's going to get actually killed right away. Pistola now lower training. Dursky and Tizoxic doing an excellent job working together. Here comes the push through, and this may be looking like a potential flag cap,
And
Dave.
what Dursky wants to do here, though, instead of going for this flag, he wants to distract as long as possible. Obviously get some help, but he wants to get these rockets eventually. I hope Dursky just distracts, like right here. He died, unfortunately. He did not know he was going to get, you know, headshotted right there by a sniper. But ideally, He wants to distract and get those rockets because that's the most important weapon here. You can just hold off Instinct for a bit longer. You're not at the disadvantage. I mean, you're up by 2 caps right now. Time is on your side.
Destin now watching the green hall with the sniper. Now he's going to come back, rotate around, and end up killing Ogre 2. Roy now just trying to push through with this Mauler, Dave, just as you said.
Yep, you saw Roy clear out Tizoxic there, and Tizoxic, he was not in a position to cap at all. He, in my opinion, was distracting long enough so hopefully his team, look at Dynasty has 2 members ready for rockets, and that was because of Tizoxic and Dursky both pushing over on their flag and just creating distraction on that side of the map.
But Pistola was able to grab that overshield. He is on a huge flank now, and he's going to try to put himself in a position to get these rockets. He's going to meet Destin head on. Destin jumps, but Pistola will get the better of him. Pistola will end up killing himself, and the rockets will have only 2 left remaining in the chamber. Sniper, rockets, overshield, limp body, lane, and the green hall. Pretty much everything you want in green.
And one mistake you made right there is saying they're in the chamber. That's one thing you notice a lot of good teams do when they're calling out is they let their teammates know, all right, the rockets are loaded or they're unloaded. You know what I mean? You know how frustrating it was in the past if you don't have a teammate call out, like, rockets down here. Because if you get in a one-on-one situation, someone starts shooting you, you know if you have time to pick up those rockets and shoot them, or you know if you have to fight that out and win the battle before you can get rockets. So that's just important communication.
So many times you get those cursed rockets, and you're battling for
don't
them
get me started on cursed
hours.
Rockets.
Oh, what was the map? What was the map that you had the cursed rockets?
Pit flag.
Oh,
and
God.
I saw 7 people in a row die with cursed rockets. And while we were talking about cursed rockets, we see Lunchbacks put in the 2nd flag for Instinct. We have a 1-flag game here.
Lethal does have the sniper here. It seems as soon as Dursky stopped grabbing the sniper, they're not doing as well. I'm just going to kind of throw it that way. I don't really know if that's really
Great
true,
snipe
but
by
wow.
Lunch. I assume that if he feels comfortable at any point soon, he's going to rotate to Mauler, or if he sees his teammates all going through Green Hall, he's just going to do a bridge flank.
Now, this is the first time we've actually seen the sniper move up from the sword side. Dave, what's the advantage of this?
What you want to be doing, you want to make sure you have Green Hall first off. I mean, I've seen Instinct in a couple scenarios run it under bridge. It's very hard and very rare. But the advantage is if you have control of Green Hall, you can get so many easy spawn kills off court and those guys lifting up top turret. But overall, I have to say, having Sniper and Needle Pit at their on their side of the map is the most ideal situation.
And now, flipping the script here before you get your drink of water. When you're spawning in the courtyard, what can you do when someone has a sniper? Do you focus on the flag? Do you just try to get into runway? What is it?
You have to get whatever kills you can, and in many cases, if they already start getting it through Green Hallway, it's going to be hard to catch up. There's not like you have sprint. So if you feel like you get the bridge and get a stop, that's great. But for the most part, you have to be able to let caps go. This is a 5-flag game. So 1 cap is not going to make, the entire game win or lose. Like, obviously, that can be the difference. But you have to be able to learn at this top-level play which flags you can actually stop and which ones you have to let go.
Tizoxic now is going to get stuck. A little desperation stick there. He pooped that one out. And because of that, he's going to be taken down. Instinct.
All of Instinct down. They have to get these rockets. Dynasty's most importantly have to get these rockets. This flag does not matter. They do not need to have this cap. They need rockets.
Destin there with a little bit of a fumble. Because of that, he's taking heavy fire. Lethal now has picked up the rockets. He's going to get hit by the grenade, and because of that, the rocket is going to go off the wire, and now Instinct does have the rockets. They also have to be wary, though, because Dursky is sitting all the way back at his base. He is in the turtle position, and he has the sniper. He's already picked up 1 kill on Lunchbox. Make that 2 on Ogre 2. Dursky
I told
is
you his
playing
sniping is so great this game.
I
just want to point out, previously, that was a series of unfortunate events that happened in Dynasty. Look how selfless he's tossing down rockets for his teammate. He does not try to do any flashy combo, any unnecessary combo that he doesn't have to do. And I just want to point out previously, though, when Dynasty all died there, they did stop running the flag. They tried to go for the fights, and all 3 of them went down. But the point is that they attempted to get those slays. They were not trying to scrap up a cap. So even though they all died, they had the right mindset.
Ooh, Destin getting his face ripped off by Pistola.
Dursky can save them again.
Dursky sitting in the needle pit. He has to be careful. Pistola just picked up that overshield. He does have a sniper fully loaded, and he is looking to put it to use. And now it seems as though he's going to flip the map on him. Roy caught with his pants down.
Great move by Dursky. He's realizing, all right, obviously we just have to hold them off for a few minutes, but that does not necessarily mean I have to stay turtled at my base. Sometimes the best form of defensiveness is being aggressive on the other side of the map.
Tizoxic now picking up the rockets that are on the floor. He's going to shoot them at the ground. He's going to make one player completely weak. His teammate's going to pick that off. And down goes another member of Instinct, just dropping like flies. This Pistola is just taking heavy fire. He is now going to be jumping into the pit. And now it seems as though we will see a push here from the members of Dynasty.
By Dynasty. A lot of times you see these teams, they get the advantage, they get so far ahead, and what they'll do is just stand on their side of the map, like, all right, we just got to make sure they don't cap it twice. And when you turtle like that, sometimes you're just begging for a team to just take over your side of the base, and sometimes your best offense can be, like I said, your best defense can be offensive. I did not agree with running the flag in this situation. I agreed with just being aggressive on their side of the map. So it's, you know, they got a little overly aggressive, but you can't blame that one little mistake. Overall, they played that very well.
You just wanted to say, and look, now he's at the Walshy spot. 4-2 here. We are at the final 60 seconds of play. Unless Instinct gets 2 miraculous caps in under 45 seconds, which is doable, this is looking like game number 1 is going to go in favor of Dynasty.
Agreed, and I'm interested to see what map they are going to veto. I'm trying to remember specifically what they won and what they lost at the LAN.
Well,
so,
you got 35 seconds. You can come
yeah, so I'm going to think about that for a second, but ideally, you're going to see Instinct most likely choose Beaver Creek. So I'm assuming that Dynasty is going to veto Beaver Creek, and you're going to see Instinct choose Sanctuary Team Slayer, and they really do not like Pennant, so I'm assuming we're going to see Sanctuary Team Slayer next.
We have not seen a Sanctuary Team Slayer, to be honest, yet.
No?
We have not seen a Sanctuary.
Well,
yes.
I'm making a bold prediction then. So.
Well, Dursky got another headshot with the sniper rifle. In the meantime, he is now on a killing spree, and now he is going to secure the victory for his team.
Around that game.
And now we are going to see as Dynasty is going to go up 1-0 over Instinct. Let's take a look at the stats.
They have so many fans.
It's Man Train. I saw him out there. I know what he's doing.
And our player of the game has to be Dursky.
Oh, yeah.
He was running flags. He was hitting amazing snipes. He was being self-saw all the way around. He secured rockets. I cannot point out many mistakes that Dursky did that entire game. Overall, great play by Dursky.
All right, well, we are going to go to a quick commercial break. When we come back, we will have a Team Slayer. Walshy's predicting it's Sanctuary, so stay tuned.